All right, welcome back. Here we have another factor, which is like images. So it's important to understand, your images should be optimized for SEO, for your blog, or for a user, for a better user experience. So images, are your images unique, high quality? So let me, show you a blog which has optimized images. So yeah, this is here t2t.com, which I really personally like this. The video, the image, this video quality is so good. Here you can see the first image. This image quality is also good. Moving toward the another blog, which is fullviva.com. So they haven't put the good images, but yeah, here you can see we have another in their blog, which is learningherbs.com. So here you can see they have put really good images. What they are talking about, they are actually showing that yes, what we talk about, the images also shows the relevancy. And this is usually be, these images are optimized. Here you can see all the images are of same size and a good quality, I would say. So these 2 points are, checked, marked as checked, or your image is unique, high quality, right extension, PNG, JPG, or WebP. So Google recommend, these three formats for images, PNG, JPG, or WebP. So if you don't know, how you can compress your images, you can use this website, is squash.a. This is easy. All you need is to upload your images and compress it using this app. Or also we have another website which is very popular, tinypng.com. I personally use this website to compress images for my own blogs or for my client blogs. So these are the two websites which you can use to compress your images. You can also use a tool which is canva.com. You can compress images from there as well. So again, moving here, compression time and alter text. So let me show you what alter text is. Here you can see, this is a blog which is. I just wanted to show you guys that what is an alter text. So this is an image. This is an alternative or text. Where alter text basically define the image description, the image description. What this image is about. So you should be adding what your image is about, which helps Google to understand what your image is about. So we have again moving forward here, files name. Do you have videos? Might want to consider it. People usually prefer bold, sorry, being told something unique videos. So here you can see this is a video which is which has a amazing quality. So you can make videos with high quality. You can also put them to your blogs, which helps user to stay on your website and to understand what to understand that how they can actually solve their problems. So this is the last point which I would want to show you guys, but there is one more thing which is, yeah, here you can see we have Google's search centers. So this is a whole document. You can check out yourself. All you need is to go to the developers.google.com. So this is from Google, which where Google says that what would be your images and how you can optimize each image. So here you can see they also talk about Google Images SEO best practices. What would be the SEO best practices for images? So here you can see help us discover and index your images. So these are the, if you are a technical person, you might understand HTML. So your format should be like, your image format should be like this, but not like this. So they're describing that if you're a technical person and you know HTML, your image format should be good and should not be like this. So it helps Google understand what your image is about and what your image, what you're just you're just helping Google to understand. So if you don't know, this how you can do this, you can use, AI tool which is ChatGPT, and you can give this structure to the ChatGPT also. And you can ask ChatGPT to give the same structure of your images. There are lots of tools that can help you doing this thing. I just wanted to let you know that you should be doing this, because this is important. Because Google suggests, Google rules are important when we work for. Of course, we are working for Google, and we are here to rank our blog on Google. So here you can see the second point is used as an image sitemap. So if you don't know about sitemaps, I just covered this thing in the Google Search Console video. You just check out there. And if you don't know sitemap is actually the structure of the site, which let's say this is a site, right? This is a site, and what is the structure? These are the categories, these are the subcategories. So this is actually the site map, right? This is a map, whole kind of a map, which page is landing where, which page is going where. So this is actually a map which is important when. So they are just asking you to submit the site map to the Google Search Console, so that Google get to see what your image is about, how many pages you have just discovered, how many pages you just published. So you can see responsive images. Responsive for your responsive images, you can use Tiny PNG or Squash. Again, moving here, use supported images formats. Again, they're talking about the format that you should be adding this type of format, but not that. Also want to say that you should be using these format which I just told you guys, that WebP, PNG, GIF, and GIF, BMP, and JPEG. So these are the formats that is recommended by Google itself. So if your image is not put coming comes in these categories, it means you're lacking best SEO practices. So again, moving forward, optimize for speed and quality. Your image should be optimized, and which helps Google, with your site speed. And of course, a user with when user come to your site, your website should be responsive enough to solve their problems. Optimize the images, landing pages, check your image title and description. So these are the two basic things. You should put the image title and description. So that's pretty much it, I guess, for this video. You can check out this document. I hope you understand this whole checklist of image of on page, of course. And that's pretty much it. See you in the next one.